The views and opinions expressed by this show are those of the show host and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of STL Hits. Any comments or questions should be directed to the show host, not STL Hits. STL Hits.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Welcome to the Daddy Murr and Nina Show right here on STL Hits Radio. I'm your host, Daddy Murr, and
I'm Nina.
And she's Nina. We got a great band on for you today for guests. Yeah. 22 Oceans.
Yes.
So, hey, guys, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Yep, all good here, thanks.
So why don't you go ahead and give yourself a really good pat on the back and a shout out for me and let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, and where they can listen to your music.
All right. Well, I'm Mike.
I'm Keely. And I'm Karis.
And collectively, our little project's called 22 Oceans. All our music is available on the usual streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon, and the rest. We're also on Bandcamp. You can actually buy one of our CDs via Bandcamp. I think that's about it, really. Yeah, just out there with everybody else.
All right, that's awesome. So, do you have how many songs do you have?
Well, the girls started recording with me last summer, and since then we've actually finished 3 tracks, 2 of which have been released. The latest one was a track called Home, and we've got a new track coming out on the 22nd of April called Rebroken, and there's quite a few other songs in the pipeline as well. We're hoping to have an album, enough tracks for an album together, maybe summer next year, and get that out. I've done a couple of songs with other singers in the past, but really now the 3 of us are 22 Oceans, and we're working together on whenever we can to get new songs together.
Sounds awesome. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, I listened to the 3 songs that you sent in to us. They will be played in rotation on STL Hits Radio, and you guys are awesome.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just it's so harmonic and goes together. Your voices are just like angels.
The girls, for only being 17 years old, boy, they do a fantastic job, and I love the vocals. I was telling Nina, actually, one of these songs, and I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but one of them reminded me of ABBA.
Oh, wow. That's a new one, yeah.
But one of them did. I mean, at first I was thinking Olivia Newton-John with Xanadu, and I went, no. And then it hit me. And it reminded me of ABBA.
Right.
But your own little twist, your own sound. But as you well know, ABBA is a huge band, right?
Yeah. I'd like their sales.
Yeah.
Right. We're around your age, Mike, so that's the stuff we always go back to.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an 80s kid myself, so yeah.
Yep.
Now, the girls may not know who ABBA is, but...
I know.
Yeah.
We know ABBA. Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay, great.
Yeah.
How long have you two been singing together like that to where you got to a point where you're so in tune like that? I know that doesn't make much sense.
Probably for the past couple of years. I mean, we've been singing together
since we were younger, really. Yeah.
Because obviously we're twins.
But probably the past couple of years is when we've done it a bit more seriously, I think.
So as twins, do you finish each other's sentences?
Quite a lot.
Sometimes. Yeah.
You like the same food?
Most of the same
Yeah,
food.
most of the same food.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite?
They're not identical twins.
Yeah.
You can tell them apart, but yeah.
People get confused when we say that we're twins.
Yeah, because we don't really look similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we automatically think that you two look exactly alike.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at your pictures here, and you could definitely tell the difference. But you can tell the similarities as well.
yeah, totally. So. You guys have like the same kind of nose and eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mike, how long have you been doing this?
Oh, well, I mean, again, being the 80s kid, I discovered sort of electronic music and things and synthesizers when I was in my late teens. And I've just sort of been in various bands, friends playing in garages or local bars and things, and it's just been ticking over for some time. But it wasn't really until recently I got a song released and properly distributed onto the streaming platforms. That was a few years ago, an instrumental called Butterfly Candy. So I started to take it a little bit more serious. It's still a hobby, but then I did a couple of songs with other female singers who just friends' wives really, or local singers that I knew. And as I said last summer, I was talking to the girl's dad, and he mentioned they did music, and he played me a demo that he'd recorded on his iPhone of them singing while playing the piano, and the girls just doing their harmonies there, and it just sort of blew me away. So I'm like, well, look, I've been doing this. Should we try something? And you came along. The first two songs we did, Home, and the first one was called Drifting, and Home, were written by the girls. It's their songs. I've just sort of helped. I've done the music and the programming and things. But yeah, it's their lyrics, and the sort of main tune of the song is theirs. The other song, Rebroken, is actually one of mine, which was recorded originally just called Broken. But I said to the girls, why don't you do your twist on this? Which they did, and I think made it 1,000 times better. And that's why we're sort of playing on the idea that it's rebroken, the song's been reworked and redone. But so that's what we're doing. And so we've got another couple in the pipeline that we're working on. And hopefully between college work and everything else, we can try and get some more songs together.
Well, hopefully you guys keep us in the loop and share what you do with us.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And what are you girls going to school for?
Well, we're in college at the minute, so I do English, law, and history, and then Kiwi does.
I do animal management, which is quite different to what she does.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that way you can combine together, can sue people for punching on a puppy dog.
Yeah.
That's such a great way to put that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, it sounds you all complement each other wonderfully.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
everybody's going to hear that here in a second. Which song would you like to play first?
I don't know. Should we
Go in order.
We could do it in order. Yeah, the first one we did was called Drifting, which is, you probably hear, is very 80s influence. That's me, I'm afraid. I deliberately went for that sort of 80s big synth sound. But yeah, that's the first one we released back in August.
Well, we are there for it.
Yep. All right, everybody, here you go. Drifting by 22 Oceans.
You are listening to the Daddy Mur and Nina show on STLHits.com. Go to STLHits.com and find all of the places you could hear us. We are on different podcasts. You could find us on Twitter at STL Hits Radio, Facebook at STL Hits, Instagram at the Daddy Mur and Nina show, and we are playing most of our shows on Thursdays, but we will be having a schedule change. We will get back in contact with everybody after that. And we are talking to 22 Oceans.
Awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys back? That was a great song.
Thank you.
I think that's the one that reminded me of ABBA.
Right.
I mean, does that make sense to you? Or?
That 80s feel.
Yeah. So where do you get your inspiration from?
Oh, well, I've clearly said me. I'm 80s and synthesizers, but these girls, what do you think?
I don't know, really.
I'd say it's kind of a
like
mix
yeah,
of what we hear.
a mix of what we hear on the radio, kind of.
Yeah.
And just what we come up with by ourselves.
So what inspires you? Who do you listen to?
Simmel.
Similar to the Lumineers.
Yeah.
Like Lord.
See, I know Lumineers, but I don't know the first one.
We do like the Lumineers. They're quite.
Yeah, Simmel's a like electronic. Band.
So, yeah.
Band.
Yeah.
You know, with all the different people that we talk to, your music is a lot different from what we hear over here in America. So it's neat to hear the differences and listen to what you guys listen to. We can look it up then.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, some of the sort of modern electronic bands, the girls have introduced me to, and I've sort of introduced them to some of the sort of 80s, 90s stuff that I like. So there's still a lot of crossover, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we both like, the Lord, which is mentioned, and Lumineers, and if we've mentioned First Aid Kit, they're sort of a country band who have two sisters singing in harmonies and things. So I pointed that out to the girls as well. So it's all those sort of ideas really of, we're into the more gentler pop, I think, as I said, those sort of 80s bands that I liked, and the sort of modern electronic equivalents, or influencing us probably subconsciously as well on some of these things.
Well, being eclectic probably, I know it's got to help you guys out with creating these songs because you hear all these different tunes that are out there. I'm very eclectic. I love listening from everything to rap to elevator music sometimes,
Yeah. Well, I've always said my taste to, from ABBA to ZZ Top, you got the whole A to Z there.
That's good.
It's I think my dad once said to me, there's only two types of music in the world, good and bad.
Right.
So that's what we you listen to what you like, don't you? It doesn't really matter where it's coming from.
Now, see, I do agree with the two genres that you just spoke of, good and bad. And we get a lot of submissions here at STL Hits Radio. A lot of them are good.
All over the place.
But a lot of them are terrible.
Yeah, a lot of, and the genres are from trip hop, which I had never heard of that before, to brutal pop, all over the place.
Yeah, we get everything from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I try to tell everybody, and I tell them live on the show, I've made this publicly known, when you send your music in, make sure it's radio ready. I don't really necessarily want to hear somebody driving down the highway at 50 miles an hour with a semi passing them while they're trying to record something that doesn't sound good anyway.
That happens a lot, too.
Yeah, but you guys know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah, absolutely.
And listening to you guys, you were just radio ready.
We try to be, yeah. I said we're lucky in a way because it's all electronic music based. We're sat in I put in quote studio, which is a room in my house, and then we're looking at a mixing desk and synthesizers and speakers, so we can sort of get good quality through all that. And I joke, but my son's bedroom is the vocal booth down the corridor. We've got a good microphone for the girls to sing into and things, and it is very amateur at-home things, but if we were trying to record a drum kit, I think we'd struggle, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
In my house, but so we can get some quality out there, not so much background hiss on the tracks and things. Though I do have a dog as well, and she's interfered in the recordings a couple of times, didn't she? We got the odd bark when we weren't expecting it.
Well, we understand that because while we're doing our recordings or live shows, every once in a while we're down the street from a police and fire department. So every once in a while, you'll hear sirens in the background.
Yeah.
When you're doing live shows, you can't cut it out.
All right.
So it's just problems of trying to get something accomplished,
So where are you guys dreaming of being? Like, do you have a 5-year plan? Do you have any plan at all?
Well, something I've said to the girls, because I've sort of been in and around the music industry very early on. I've done promotions for bands and been on tours with some big bands and things. And I've just said today, really, every time we release a track, we're buying a lottery ticket for the industry, whatever you want to call it, the music business, and your numbers might come up. So we want to record more songs. We would like to do an album, and actually we had a CD pressed for our last one with just 5 tracks on it, an EP. And I think for ourselves, we'd like that album in our hands, so we'll press some CDs of the album, maybe vinyl, I don't know. But really, we'll keep on pushing it, speak to people like yourselves and keep the social media going. And we've had quite a bit of radio play. And it's really hoping that, it gets, coin a phrase, picked up, not necessarily just by a bigger label or anything, but it could be TV music or film music or something, or somebody want you to write a song for them. So really, we're just open to anything at the moment, and we just cross our fingers that something comes along and maybe lifts us up to the next level.
Are you guys on TikTok and YouTube and?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my job, isn't it? 'Cause I work in IT anyway, so that's my input. So I try and keep on top of all the social media side. We've got some videos which I did on YouTube, and keeping on top of your Twitter and TikToks and Instagrams and Facebooks.
Mhm.
That's almost a full-time job in its own right.
Now, where again can they buy your music from?
Well, you can stream it, as I said, from all the usual suspects, but there's Bandcamp. If you go to bandcamp.com and search for 22 Oceans, you'll find us there. And that music's everything I've done, and the songs with the girls, and some remixes. There's been some local bands who've remixed a couple of our tracks. Everything's up there on Bandcamp, and you can pay for a digital download, or buy the CD. We haven't got many left, actually, so we're going to have to get some more pressed. But Bandcamp's the place to go if you want to actually buy. And just thing I want to say as well is the EP we did, which is called Home. A homelessness charity in the UK heard that song and asked if they could work with us on it. So we're all proceeds from the CD sale and the digital downloads are actually going to that homelessness charity called Stone Pillow. They basically try and help people obviously get off the streets, but push them towards education. So it's a new initiative where if a homeless person gets the chance to get educated at whatever level, they've then got a more of a chance to sort of be able to look after themselves going forward. So it's a really good charity.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, it sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that everybody's human, and some artists get so big that they forget sometimes that they are human, and sometimes homeless people or hungry people get overlooked.
Mm.
Which as a human race we shouldn't let none of our people go hungry or become homeless.
Right.
In my opinion.
And I love the fact that it's going towards the education, because what's that saying? You could give somebody a fish, or you could teach them how to fish.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
So, you guys have plans for touring?
Well, we've spoken about. I think we need more songs together. We've been asked this a couple of times, and we are up for playing live. We'd have to work out how to do it as best we can. Luckily, Karis plays keyboards as well as me, and Keely plays guitar. So we've got options there. We've just got to really work out the logistics of how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think the plan is to get some more songs together, and then maybe try and get a few shows somewhere.
Oh, I understand that. I understand having to work out the logistics. We're getting ready to start STL Hits TV, which will be on Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 1 will be on Roku. And what we're wanting to do is make it kind of like an MTV channel.
Wow, yeah.
But also have movies and different things on there, too. But have it playing mostly music videos. Would you guys be interested in having your videos play on something like that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting a list together.
Right. We're
Putting a list
coming
together.
to a lot of changes soon.
Right.
And
We're still having the radio station, but we're adding TV as well.
yes.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, a lot of work. I might even ask people to volunteer to do some stuff for me.
Well, I'm sure it's a lot of work putting these songs together. I was not born with that talent. So, girls, are you working? You said you're working on some new songs that you're doing.
Yeah. I'd say Karis is the songwriter.
Yeah, only because I play piano, so I can kind of do it more than Keely can. But I guess you can play guitar as well.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're just better at setting up lyrics.
Yeah.
Now. I'm just kind of the added singer.
No.
I do all harmonies.
Get out of town. I bet you're crucial.
I don't think any one of you are average with the songs that we're listening to. As a matter of fact, you want to go ahead and play that song?
Well, yeah, the next one's Home, which is our current single. That's the one where the proceeds are going to the homelessness charity. Yeah, and again, it's another song that the girls brought to me. So we got an idea, and then we sort of worked on it together. It's a lot mellower and slower than the first track you played. I think it's my favourite actually at the minute. But yeah, it's called Home, and it's out now.
And here we go. Home by 22 Oceans. Welcome back to the Daddy Murr and Nina Show right here on STL Hits Radio. Welcome back, guys.
Hi, still here.
Oh my gosh, I just zoned out into a totally different realm listening to that song. It just...
I love it.
Oh my gosh. And who wrote that?
That's
Me.
yeah, Karis came up with that one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so much older than your years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you've lived a lifetime and you're, reminiscing and taking me back, and that whole part about these 4 wheels are going too slow. I know I butchered that, but oh my gosh, I got goosebumps.
Oh, me too. I got goosebumps on top of my duck bumps. I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out of my duck bump. So we like to do a foodie segment. So what is your favorite foods?
Pizza, lasagna,
Lasagna.
anything that has pasta in. I love.
Pasta girls. What about Mexican food? Anybody into that?
Oh yeah.
I love Mexican food. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what Mexicans call food or Mexican food?
Come on.
They call it food.
Yeah.
Stupid, silly joke, I know. But hey.
Yeah, we always end up talking about food on our shows because we're such foodies.
Well, we got this little food segment that we do, and pizza is one of Nina's favorites. Lasagna is one of my favorites. And did you say what your favorite was there?
No, I didn't know. I pretty much anything. Chinese, Mexican, a good steak, fish, pretty much anything like that. If I had to choose, probably a good steak, I think.
Now, see? Good steak. That is my favorite. Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be a nice thick steak, though. About an inch and a quarter thick, weighing about 3 pounds.
Wow.
That gives you a visual.
Yeah, I used to go to the local meat market and get a porterhouse steak. Right? Well, I used to buy 4 of them. They were like $40 a piece. Because they were so thick and weighed about 3.5 pounds a piece.
That was before me.
It was
so we don't need to talk about that. Thank you very much.
That was about 3 meals worth of steak there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't eaten yet today. Well, I haven't, so we're a little hungry.
I was saying here, this is our sort of dinner time now. But getting hungry.
Yeah. So, is there anything important you guys want to let everybody know about? Anything?
You have any new release dates coming out here real soon on any of
Well,
the
yeah,
stuff you're working on?
Yeah, the third track, which I sent you, that's coming out on the 22nd of April. And on the streaming platforms, it is available now on Bandcamp. If you want to have a listen now, it's called Rebroken. But yeah, that's coming out in April. And the other track we're working on, I'm hoping to get out maybe in June. We're just going to release the songs as singles over the next sort of 6, 7, 8 months, and hopefully then start putting them together into an album. But yeah, Rebroken's out on the 22nd of April.
Awesome. I love hearing stuff that nobody else is listening to before it comes out, before it's released.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love it. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and play Rebroken by 22 Oceans. Rebroken by 22 Oceans. You guys are doing a fantastic job with all this.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So I haven't heard a bad song from you.
Well, the new one we're working on, we haven't even got a title for it yet, but it's actually, we've got a sort of swing beat going on, that big band, sort of dun-ts. So it's quite different from what we've done, so hopefully it won't frighten people off.
Oh, no, I mean, Look at some of the biggest bands in the world. They like Queen. Queen did all kinds of different things. Every album was completely different. So I'm looking forward to listening to it.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely send it over to you when it's all ready.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, these 3 are going live. They'll probably be on the station probably Sunday. That's when I do a lot of the uploads and stuff like that.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, is there anything else you'd like to mention?
I don't know, really. No, we said we're just trying to keep the songs going. I said it's hard to have a full-time job. The girls are at college, so we do have to try and squeeze things in between, my job and your college work. But we've got our Easter break coming up, so we'll try and get a few things sorted then. But well, hopefully we'll keep on getting songs out as much as we can.
Awesome.
A bit of hobby and
Yeah, because everybody that listens to this show knows that there's nothing scripted. I don't even send out questions, right? So everything's kind of off our cuff, the cuff, sort of. And
that's the way we like it.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that you guys are comfortable. We want to make sure whoever we're interviewing is comfortable, like we're just a bunch of friends sitting around the table having a cup of tea or coffee or something, So I hope we've made you feel comfortable today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird interview, huh?
Oh, well, I mean, this is our second one. We did a podcast interview, but it was filmed, over video, and that was quite weird. That was like a guy in the UK. So this is sort of our first sort of proper radio interview, I think. So yeah, thank you for having us on. It's been really good fun and a good learning experience, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And once we do the live shows, we also do a replay show. So we will give you the dates on that. And then we put you on our podcast. We change the show into a podcast where the music gets taken off, but, everything else still goes on.
We leave the interviews on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. And, that's that way. And you also get your information out of where people can find you. Mm-hmm. So we'll give you all that up-to-date stuff whenever we get there.
Oh, brilliant! Thanks. Yeah. And he said as soon as we get some new songs together, I'll definitely fire them over your way. Just for your opinion, it'd be great to that's what we like as well. People's giving us some thoughts on what they think. We haven't had any bad ones yet.
Well,
but,
you shouldn't.
I'll give you what I think right now. I think you guys need to stay the course on what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of talent there.
And if you wanna do a jazz song one day and a rock song the other, well, by gosh, you just do that.
Yeah, as I said, we haven't really got a plan. We just do what comes along.
Yeah.
We have an idea and think, all right, let's run with that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it's working for you, that's for sure.
And I think you have a lot more fun as an artist if you switch it up. Mm-hmm. If you stay stuck in one genre or one style or type or whatever you want to call it, I think. After a while, you just get, as an artist, you probably get stuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the good thing about our station, too. You could listen to, we've interviewed jazz people, so many different...
Heavy metal group from Russia.
Yes, I mean, we are all over the place. And so if you listen to our podcast, you'll be able to hear all different areas of the world.
Yeah, we focus on independent artists on this show. So, it doesn't matter what genre or style. Blues, we did a blues show not too long ago. Mm-hmm. So, we just want to get everybody heard.
Yep. Yeah. And I know, I'm sorry, I keep on interrupting.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's their show.
I know. Here I'm talking over everybody. But just let's do it again. Tell me where they could listen to your music, where they can buy it.
Yeah, well, as I said, on bandcamp.com, just search for 22 Oceans. Every track I've done and the remixes and everything's on there for digital download. There is a CD which you can buy, and we can ship it to the States. There's no problem with that. So that's where you can actually buy it. You know, you can stream it anywhere. You know, as I said, Spotify and the rest, Amazon, iTunes. Oh, actually, you can buy it on iTunes as well, can't you? You can buy the singles. But yeah, it's just out there. The videos are on YouTube. Again, search for 22 Oceans. We've done videos for all our songs as well. And yeah, I don't think is anywhere else. I don't think it is at the moment.
Twitter or
Twitter is at 22 Oceans. I mean, one of the reasons why I chose the name is just so nobody else had it. You know, just quite had the idea of oceans floating around, and I thought, okay, let's pick a number. My lucky number's always been 2, so I thought let's do 22, and it's worked out well because we've got the 2 girls, and we're just sort of, you know, we're trying to release the tracks on the 22nd of every month as well. It's just a bit of a play on the words, really. So yeah, you can actually Google 22 Oceans. We come out on top as well, and all the various social media bits on our website, 22oceans.com. That's there as well.
Yeah, Google. You gotta love Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 2 like twins.
Well, again, it just worked out that way. In fact, the last single, Home, was released on the 22nd of the 2nd, 22. You know, I managed to get it out on that date. Again, just playing on the number 2, really, just for a laugh.
Yeah, and it goes great. So, like you said, nobody else has it, so up on top.
Absolutely. Well, hey, when we let me ask you guys another question about this TV. When we start the TV channel, because we're working on building it right now. As a matter of fact, you can go to stlhitstv.com and there's a landing page that pops up. But we are building it right now. Now, one of the ideas that we're having is like a live concert, to where we'll set them up as a pay-per-view type of event. Would you be interested in doing something like that?
Yeah. Certainly try again. It's how we do it. We've only got one microphone.
Well, we've got. I mean,
we'd work it out. We definitely work it out how we could do it. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Where about in the UK are you?
Well, we're sort of halfway between Liverpool and Manchester. If you know that area, sort of northwest of England. I was born in Liverpool. That's where I'm from. So you guys are from Wales, aren't you?
Yeah, we were born in Chester.
Chester, which is it's all that sort of northwest of England area. That's where we are.
We have 3 or 4 other bands from that area that we've interviewed that would probably, you guys could all get together and do a 2-hour show almost.
Yeah, I mean, setting up for something, yeah.
For a live pay-per-view event on television channel on Roku that goes worldwide.
We've got ideas in the air. We're
always up for that. As I said, as long as we get our music out and people can hear it and you know, hopefully like it, that's really our goal at the minute, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I mean, that's, you know, we have goals too with this station and with this show, and that's to get everybody listening to it. Yeah. And we're working on it. And it's working out pretty well for us.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So, well, we only have a few minutes left, guys and gals. So, any last words?
Well, no, just a massive thank you for you chaps. You know, chatting to us. You know, playing our music's really, really important to us. You know, just gives us more incentive, I think, to keep going and try and get some more songs together and see if people like them.
Yeah.
See the same.
And with your song Home, it's great for a great charity, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going. Well, we only pressed 50 CDs just to, you know, really just to give to friends and family, and I'm actually looking at the last 3 on my desk. And I think we need to get some more pressed, which is good for the charity. They want some more. I mean, we're not quite up at sort of, you know, ABBA or Lady Gaga levels just yet. But, you know, again, it's just nice that people are getting the CDs because it's having that sort of physical thing in your hand. I know it's a bit old school, but I quite like having that, something I can hold instead of just the digital download. But as I said, it's available there digitally as well if anybody wants to buy a digital download and contribute to this charity.
And how exciting too! I know whenever you guys mail that stuff out, it's really exciting to know that they're going to someone who will listen to it and cherish it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Music is made to touch people's emotions and spirit, and I think you guys are doing just that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
And I'd like so yeah, we are going to have to wrap it up. And you guys, thanks for coming on the Daddy Marandina show here on STL Hits Radio, and we look forward to talking to you in the near future.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, we'll be in touch. I've got some more songs to throw at you.